Hello, I'm back again with another check-in for Scott McCloud's Understanding Comics. This is Section 8, A Word About Color. The words seem to be commerce and technology. He does a bit of a history of color in comics, the kind of the restrictions that were made, that it was expensive, and I mean it continues to be something that is an expense, even as the world of color has kind of opened up as expressive possibilities. Very much in his time, and probably even now, to get something actually physically printed in color is expensive, so that oftentimes leads people who are not as financially viable, or aren't going to be printing 1,000 comic books, to stick to a black and white palette just because of the economics of the matter. I do not know. So, and I don't know how much that this is written. This is written in, was published in the 90s. So I do not know how much more it has to say about that. I mean, there's very much a thing of like how the superhero comic in Western, in the United States, was very much in a way influenced by this, as you get these bright primary colors as all they can use. So they very much use that. It shaped things. These colors objectify their subject. We become more aware of their physical form of an object than in black and white. In a game in motion becomes a ball in the air. A face showing emotion becomes a head with two hands. I don't know if I agree with that. It's like it does something, but I think you get into, yeah. So maybe it reflects a little bit of kind of the subject matter. There's color as sensation, color as environment. Um, it becomes one of these things of, color becomes more of a part of comics. Um, One thing's for sure, though: when used well, color in comics can, like comics excel itself, amount to far more than the sum of its parts. So yeah, it's a little chapter on color, and how that part of comics is yet another part of another tool for comics artists to express what is going on, and whether that's primary colors or far more kind of varied, different, all the shading and all that. I mean, this book is old, so it's the whole thing of like color in the computer world is now, computers probably make up a big bit of coloring for a lot of cartoonists today commercially, even though I'm sure there's other artists who actually still hand paint their works. I don't know anything about that. This book, I don't know if it illuminates it too much. So yeah, that is a word about color. I don't know if I had anything particularly to add, other than, yeah, commerce and technology. Um, and then I think we have, yes, I will be reading and then checking back in with chapter 9, putting it all together. So why is this medium we called comics so important? Why should we try so hard to understand comics? It's a good question. So we'll get to that next time. All right, I've been Jay. More videos later.